Hi everyone and welcome to another video on I Do Care. And this video is the video because finally we closed the story of Bali with a very happy ending, in which finally she will begin her new life. Bali will travel 2,400 miles to reunite with his new family in Wisconsin. Join us because our little girl is having her last hours in Costa Rica. So here we are, Bali and I, in the car on our way to the store, just looking for a properly cage for Bali's flight. And yes, Bali is in a cage right now, just a little bit because it's the fastest one, because in this car it's not fit the bigger one that we have, because as you probably know, this lady from here, always that I carry her in the car, she makes a mess. What happens here? Me ha repetido la de... From the very beginning, first time that I rescue her, she always make a poo in the car, unless you put her in a cage. Because the other day we went to an adventure and we get her on a cage, 2.5 hours drive, and she didn't nothing in the car. So the solution is just to put her on a cage. So, and another thing, as you may notice, I'm not using my hands to film this speech because I made a MacGyver montage here. Do you have an image here to see how I made? So now I can film more safety first, because I can keep my 2 hands on the steering wheel. So this is a pretty good upgrade that I really wanted to do a long time ago. So join us because today is shopping day with the little princess Bali. We went straight to the store where we got the carrier for Edwin because they had a wide variety of models and sizes. But this time, the truth is that we saw a very different scenario. Okay, it was a totally fail in this store. I like this store, but this time they don't have cages properly for the measures of Bali. But well, we are going to another store where they sell the bed that I bought for Edwin. So let's see. And here, yes, here we got a perfect carrier for Bali, in which she could stand up and turn around without any problem. But what we didn't get was the bed, and not even a nice color. The truth is that I did not like any for her. But hey, we had the most vital and important thing, the cage. But boy, I didn't would return home without one of those beds. Muy bien, chica guapa, muy bien. So I just saw in Google Maps another store from the same people, and I just called to ask if they have this kind of beds, because I really love these beds to send the dogs to a long trip, which is the one that Bali is near to do, because you know it is so many hours in the cage, and if they vomiting or pee or poo, it is a good bed because this is waterproof, so you know it's easy to clean and it's not so mess than the other kind of beds. So I just called the store and they have this kind of beds. So let's see if we can get one of these beds, because I just want this princess flight in the best way. So let's go to get this bed. By the way, good for me, I'm just loving this camera hands-free, this camera car hands-free that I just mount in this car, so good job for me. And here we are. And this was the place. We got it. We have a comfortable and waterproof bed. So now I am in peace. We finally get the bed that I wanted for Bali, for Bali's flight. It is not fit so well. You saw it just in the sides, just there is a more bed than cage, but well, it is not a problem. Bali is gonna travel like she is, like a queen. And I am so happy about that. We had Bali for a few days more at home, sharing with our new baby that I told you about in the previous video and that I still cannot show you. Bali really had a great time all the time that she been at home, but her days in Costa Rica were about to end. I want to take the opportunity to thank you enormously to all of you who have helped us with the expenses of the Bali's flight. Vaccines, export certificate, cage, anyway, a lot of costs that have to be covered and that without your help, it will simply be impossible. And I have to mention something that has also happened this time and that has been very nice. Do you remember when Edwin was leaving for Texas? Stella, the adopter of Bali, donated over $500 to make his trip possible. Well, what has happened now is that the favor has been returned to Stella, and between Terry and Clay, Edwin's adopters, they have contributed the same amount in order to make the Bali trip possible. I really love this beautiful community that we are creating, how ties are being created, how we are helping each other, and how we simply make things happen. Really, million thanks to all of you who have contributed to make this happen, especially to Terry and Clay for that extra effort. You guys are the best. Here I leave you some images of Edwin being tremendously happy with them. They always send me some pictures and videos almost every day. These people really couldn't make me happier. Definitely, you are so nice, guys. And well, the days passed and the time to take that plane arrived. And although she made it very clear to us that she hates water, there was no way she could get rid of a good bath before leaving. Of course, it was expensive for Rebe because she got some good scratches. I tell you, Bali doesn't like water at all, and she does the impossible to avoid it. But this time, she didn't make it. This dog has to get to Wisconsin smelling like a teddy bear. And the day has come. August 31st was the day our dear Bali flew. So we prepared her carrier with that super bed that was so difficult to get. We gave way to the always hard farewells because after a month at home, it becomes very difficult to say goodbye, and even more so if it is a puppy as affectionate as Bali. So here we are. We are on our way to Pets to Home. That's the company that we hired to send Bali to her new home. And well, Bali is leaving Costa Rica after a quite short life because she's so young. She's a young dog, approximately 8 months old. She was abandoned at the beginning of her life. She was living in the streets. I want to think just for a couple of weeks, but we rescued her on time. She was in her bones, as you can saw. Then she was living in a shelter for 3-4 months approximately. After that, she was at home with us for approximately a month. She was neuterized. She was full of love and playfulness. And today is the moment when she is starting her new life. Join us to the airport because this is gonna be her last minutes in Costa Rica. I think she's loving her new bed. Yeah, that's what it looks. Yeah, definitely it was worth it. So it seems it's for here. Once in the place, we prepared everything for her flight. Weight, food, water, and now with her new collar and personalized plate, my turn for the farewell was approaching. Really, the affection I feel for this rascal, it is too much. Bali is loved a lot, and we knew she was going to be sorely missed at home. Have a great flight, little baby. We love you very much. We are going to miss you a lot, but we know you are going to be the happiest dog in the world. And from here, I keep telling you the story with the pictures and videos that they sent me from Wisconsin, because the truth is that Stella and her team were very collaborative, and thanks to them, we can see how it was that pick up Bali at the Chicago airport. I will interrupt this sequence of photos to highlight the reason why I insist so much of having both that bed, because the poor baby peed at some point, so now they can just give a little water with a cloth and that's it. The bed can still be used for the rest of the trip to back home. They warmed her with some treats and right away she had legs up. Very shameless girl. We had to recognize Stella who got Bali super fast. And the next day, she took her to the vet to do a good general checkup and especially see what's up with that rear leg. And already put a chip on her. So Bali is already phenomenal. Impossible to be better attended. The introductions with Stella's doggies went very well. They are all friends now, and of course, they already share a sofa and naps. Thank you very much to everyone for making this possible. We have just changed these dogs' life in a highest way. From being on the streets, skeletal, then in a shelter, and now, well, here you see her, in the warmth of a home, in a bed, on top of a sofa, surrounded by love and care. Remember that everything we do is thanks to your support. So please, if you like what we do, give us a hand through Patreon or PayPal. I leave you the links down below in the description of the video. Choose the platform you like the most, and please support us if you can on a monthly basis. With a small monthly collaboration, you will be helping us a lot to continue helping these poor animals who need us so much. Thank you very much for joining us in this video in which we close this beautiful story with the most happy ending. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Leave your comments, it's always a pleasure to read them. And Bali, we wish you may be very, very happy.